Welcome to this new problem where we are going to solve the second problem of August, which is find the student that will replace the child. So what is happening here is that you receive as input a list of elements, and you receive an integer. So it's just like I think it's really similar to a simulation of sharing candies. You see, so what will happen is that you have this total of element. When you reach each of the person, you give to that person a total number of element corresponding to the value at that index, and it will actually reduce it from you. And then we want to return the index of the element where we will not be able to satisfy him. So let me give you an example. If I receive k equal to 3, for instance, I will not be able to satisfy the first person because it kind of needs 5 elements, whereas I only have 3. Whereas if I receive 5, I will be able to satisfy this guy, and the next guy I will not be able to satisfy is this guy. Make sense? So if I receive, let's say, 20, I'll be able to satisfy all of them in the first row, and I will start back with the rest, and then I will not be able to satisfy I think this one after the loop. So the idea here is to find the element, the guy that you will not be able to satisfy if you give to each of the element the amount that is attached to the value at that index. So that is basically the problem. And there's one interesting observation we can do here. Let's say we have, I will take an example. The sum of the element of all these arrays is actually 11, right? Let's say I have one element. If I have one element, let me even draw it so you can see it better. So let's say I have this, and then I have the 5 here, and I have the 1 here, and I have the 5 here, right? Let's say I'm coming with an input of, I would say 3. If I'm coming with an input of 3, the guy I will not be able to satisfy is actually, let's say I'm coming with an input of 3, the guy I will not be satisfied will be actually the guy at position 1, right? So the index that will be returned is index 1. Now, given that the sum of element is actually equal to 11, if I'm coming with 11 plus 3, which is actually 14, what will happen is that I'll be able to satisfy all of the elements, and I will find myself at the beginning with 3. So the guy I will not be satisfied will still be 1. I even put I instead of 1. Will still be 1. So from this observation, what can you have as conclusion? The conclusion I can have is that no matter the number of cycles I will do, what is important is the leftover. What is important is the rest of the element that I have, which is less than the sum of the element of the array. So if the size of k is actually greater than the size of the sum of the element of the array, I need to reduce it to an element which is less than the sum, and I'm 100% sure I will find, while looping, an element that I will not be able to satisfy, or a person I will not be able to satisfy. So for us to solve it properly, we are going to compute the leftover of the sum. We are going to compute the leftover first of k by the size of the chunk we are receiving, and with that leftover we are going to loop and return the element that will not be able to satisfy. Make sense? So let us start. So I'm going to have like, I think it's JavaScript. I'm going to have like int s will be equal to accumulate of child.begin, child.end, and then I'll have 0l. So now I have the sum. So I just need to change the value of k. I'll just say k will take now k will take k modulo n modulo s. Make sense? So that's the operation I'm taking to take the leftover from S, the leftover from K by the sum of element in our chol. Now that I have this, I can easily decide to loop through my array of chol. So now I just need to check if I can satisfy you, then it's okay. If I cannot satisfy you, that is what is interesting. And I cannot satisfy you if K is actually less than the chunk of I. That means I cannot satisfy you. So I should return the guy that I cannot satisfy. Otherwise, what I need to do is just saying K will take K minus chunk of I. That is it. You should never find yourself here, but anyway, if you don't return something here, the compilator will not be happy. So I will return 0 here. Let's also not see what it gives. We have an error somewhere. Accumulate is not working. I have double comma here. Okay, it's working perfectly. Let us submit. Wrong answer. I shouldn't use int here. Yeah, I shouldn't use int because of the fact that we can have like the sum of element can really go above what can fit in int. Yeah, that is it. So this was my approach of solving this. I hope you do enjoy it. Feel free to give me any input. I'll be really happy to interact with you regarding this. See you on the next video. Ciao.